Meet Jim, the owner of a popular local pizza restaurant. Now, Jim makes a great pizza, but he's a shitty marketer. He's a shitty marketer because he doesn't know what actually drives customer visits. So what he does is he just randomly posts promotions online and hopes people show up. So he's been hearing a lot about the Facebook recently, so he thinks that's where his customers are coming from. Luckily, he recently found out about Circl, a new way to automate, track, and optimize his online marketing. Let's log into his account and take a look. So when he logs in, he sees his dashboard, which gives him a high-level look at his overall marketing picture. He sees his Circl grade at the top, and this keeps him on track to make sure that he's doing everything that he can to help Circl get him more customers. His grade is currently a C, not very good. So he sees a notification that he needs to connect his Twitter account, so he goes over to take care of that. He's already connected with Facebook and his email, so now he's going to connect with Twitter. Simply clicks the button, authenticates, and now Jim will be able to distribute his campaigns over email, Twitter, and Facebook seamlessly. So he heads on over back to his dashboard. His grade's now improved to a B because he's connected all 3 accounts. And now he looks at his stats. So he's run 3 campaigns. He can reach 2,661 customers with every campaign. And every campaign that he launches gets him about 44 customers on average. At the bottom, he sees a very cool graph. This tells him when customers actually came and visited his business. So he notices that Tuesday tends to be his best day. Next week, Jim wants to get more customers in the door, so he's going to launch a campaign. He heads on over to campaigns, but before he's ready to create a campaign, he wants to look at how some of his previous campaigns did to give him some insight into what he should actually run. So he ran a 2-for-1 pizza campaign, and if you look at the far right of the funnel, you can see that this generated 66 customer visits. The next campaign, free breadsticks, this generated 46 customer visits. And half off large pizza, this generated 20 customer visits. So the 2-for-1 campaign was clearly the best. So he wants to run a similar campaign. He simply clicks Create Campaign, fills out the campaign details, 2-for-1 pizza, chooses his profile image, and chooses his start date. Now, because he saw that his customers were most responsive on Tuesdays, he's going to run this promotion next Tuesday. Okay. So he finished selecting the date, and now he simply clicks Launch Campaign. Once he launches the campaign, Circl is going to automatically distribute this across Facebook, Twitter, and email. And because Circl tracks actual customer visits, Circl learns the best time to actually distribute this campaign to maximize the number of customers that walk in the door. Let's take a closer look at the email received by Jim's customers. They see it's a 2-for-1 pizza campaign, 2-for-1 pizza promotion this Tuesday, and there's a redeem button. So when the customer is at Jim's location and ready to take advantage of this promotion, they simply click the redeem button. This will launch their mobile browser, and Circl will verify that this customer is physically at Jim's location using geofencing technology. This produces a mobile voucher that the customer simply needs to show to one of Jim's employees to get the promotion. And that's it. There's no further action required on either side. So Jim was able to seamlessly track this customer's visit back to the channel, back to the campaign, and back to the individual time that they actually showed up. So Jim's feeling really good about this campaign. He thinks it did well, so he logs back into his Circl dashboard to take a look at the stats. And as he expected, he crushed it. He got 236 customer visits, and he didn't pay a dime to acquire these customers. He simply used data intelligence. He made better marketing decisions. And if you notice, remember he thought that Facebook was driving most of his customers? If you look down, email was actually the main driver of the customers for this campaign. So now he knows he should focus on collecting customer email addresses. So Jim's really excited about this. He wants to get more customers. So he's going to launch another campaign. But he doesn't have time to sift through all this data again to determine what he should be running. So he uses campaign recommendations. Circl campaign recommendations use a variety of data collected by Circl to make intelligent suggestions about what type of promotions to run and when. So with a click of a button, Jim can instantly launch a campaign, fills out all of the details, he simply verifies, and clicks Launch Campaign. Circl takes care of it from there. So thanks to Circl, Jim is able to get more customers by making smarter marketing decisions. We're currently in private beta. We're going to be launching open to the public in a few weeks. We were part of AngelPad's Fall 2012 Accelerator class, and we are fundraising. So we're Circl, and we're the intelligent marketing platform for local businesses. Thank you.
So My brother owns a bar in Virginia, and he's exactly this guy, right? He's not online very often. He tries different things. So I'm going to come at it two places. One is most of his customers are really coming through Google or Yelp or maybe Food Spotting or Foursquare, right? And are you going to add those services in? Just leave it there.
Yeah, we are. Well, and so the premise is that businesses, they already have Facebook accounts, they have Twitter accounts, and they have email accounts, and they're contacting their customers regularly, right? This isn't necessarily a new customer acquisition tool. These are just pools of customers that have expressed interest in liking them. So it's low-hanging fruit that they can instantly reach. And we are working on adding other channels in currently.
The second part of the question was, these people aren't online. They're not computer astute. They're not at the launch conference. They're not people who hang out with us, right? How do you get the distribution to get to my brother who owns that bar or this guy who owns a pizza place?
Exactly, and so we've kind of segregated our customers in a way. We're not dealing with those customers that aren't online. If they don't have a Facebook account.
They are online, but they just aren't online very often.
Exactly.
They're not like me on Facebook 24 hours a day.
Right. But they are posting promotions irregularly as it may be. And so the cool thing about what we do is we don't expect them to log into this dashboard every day and start clicking around and looking at the data behind this stuff. We do everything over email. So those campaign recommendations I showed you, there's actually an email that will go out so they can instantly just click a button in their email that says, I want to launch this campaign, and they can watch the customers come in.
So I think it's cool. And I can see us using this at Treehouse to understand which of our social channels are working best. But what if you come in and you have no real social channels already established? What if you don't have many Twitter followers? What do you do?
Exactly. So right now we're not dealing with that. We're only capturing those merchants that are already active on these channels. In the future,
I think that's a pretty fundamental flaw, though, because the description of your audience of Jim, who's not a good marketer, he's almost always not going to have the list. He's not going to have the social following. Yeah. And the person that you're describing is going to be using a more sophisticated tool.
Right, but you'd be surprised. I mean, this is growing at an insane rate. So 52% of SMBs are now either on email or social media right now. And this is like 2013 is the year of the small business coming online. I mean, there's all these services. They know they need to be on the Facebook. They're hearing these things. So they're just not very good at it.
We spot checked Yelp, and we found that 15 out of 20 of the businesses.
I think your mic's not on, so you might need to grab a handheld.
Oh. No, answer again. It's on now.
Oh.
Anyways, we spot checked Yelp, and we found, we've done this in great numbers as well. We found 15 of 20 retailers we randomly selected had email lists and were active with email marketing. So if you're in store and the email presence is prevalent now. I mean, the folks from MailChimp know that firsthand, that most small businesses have some kind of email initiative going. And if you look at a channel like Yelp, for example, one thing I'll point out is that Yelp gives you metrics like this is how many people viewed your profile, this is how many people viewed your map, but most merchants don't have a clue as to whether it's working for them or not. There's no accountability on the back end, so we want to apply the accountability to any marketing channel they're using. We're starting with email and social.
I think the feedback here is, if you're going after somebody who already is a little bit astute about using social media online, that's going to be a much deeper customer, and they're going to need all the services and all the visibility, and you're going to attract them. I'm saying you should go after my brother, because that's the bigger market. I walk into a lot of restaurants that might even understand Facebook or Yelp is important, but they have no clue how to do it. And those people are a lot bigger in number than the people who are like Charlie Ayers and Palo Alto and understand what Twitter and Facebook are.
Right. And that's purely a business decision. I mean, we know that's the low-hanging fruit. We've shown we can actually acquire these customers online. So rather than needing a sales force walking around, going up, walking door to door to acquire these customers.
What's your?
Let's hear it for Circl. Well done.